Hi everyone, welcome back to another Birthstone Barbies collection video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the October Birthstone Barbies. And October's birthstone is the beautiful rainbow shimmery opal. And if you're interested in seeing any other month so far, I've already reviewed January through September, which I'll leave a link below if you'd like to see that playlist or find a specific month or birthstone that you'd like to watch. So anyway, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the two Barbie collector Birthstone Beauties dolls here, Miss Opal, and then in the one in the middle is our Birthstone collection October Opal doll. So all three are absolutely stunning, and I really love the colors going on in the packaging. This light pink is really pretty, but we're going to go ahead and open up everybody and then do a couple quick comparisons to see if the doll itself looks like any of the other months. Since we've been collecting for a while, I'm just wondering, especially with this one, if she looks similar to ones that I already have. So let's get started with this one here in the middle. So I did debate back and forth about which one to get in this particular line. There were three different choices, and we had this one, this gorgeous brunette tan doll, and then there was also the African American one, which I'll put here, which is absolutely stunning, but I did get her for November, so I held off on getting her. But then there was also a honey blonde colored one that I thought was really, really beautiful too. But in the end, I went with this one. I just really liked her coloring, and I don't have a ton of brunette ones yet. The blonde one looked a little bit similar to some of the other ones I had, so this is why I chose her. She's very Kardashian-esque, I feel like. So her box is pretty beat up. I bought her with the intention, of course, of taking her out of the box, so I didn't really care what the box itself looked like. But here's a look at the back of the box. It just talks about the opal birthstone and how it has been long known as a symbol of hope, fidelity, and purity. And the opal itself is just a stunning stone with its little rainbow shimmer. So let's go ahead and get her out of the box. So she comes with her certificate of authenticity. She also comes with these shoes, which are very, very light pink. They're little light pink pumps. She comes with a stand also, which I already put the doll on, but it's just one of those stands that they all come with. I'll show you in a second. But this is a look at her shawl, which is a iridescent, almost very, very light pink maybe color. And feels like it's a different, thicker, more plasticky material than the other ones we've had before, which is kind of interesting. But it almost has, I can't tell if it's the light that's making it have a goldish sheen to it, but it's really pretty. And here's a comparison to the difference that I was saying about the type of material that they use for the shawl. This one just feels so much more delicate and flimsy, and there's no shine to it, but this one just feels more nylon-y, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. And here is a look at what the shawl looks like on her. Since it's a more thick material, it doesn't lay as pretty, or it doesn't drape as well as the other ones, but you could definitely position it into place to make it look more flattering. So here she is out of the box in her full gorgeous gown. She is on a twist and turn style body, and she has articulation in the knees. So she has the bend and click knees, but other than that, she has just the regular articulation in the neck and the shoulders, the waist turns, the knees click, and the hips move. So older style body, which I really like because it has that thicker, kind of like hardier feel to it. And right off the bat, you can see she's wearing such a gorgeous gown. It's hard for me to tell how the color is coming off on camera, but it's a very, very, very light pink color. Moving in closer, you can see that it is covered with glitter, more concentrated on the top, and then it's like more spaced out towards the bottom. So the glitter itself has a really pretty shine and shimmer to it. It's almost rose gold. It kind of goes between greenish, like mint green, and rose gold when you move it, which is really, really pretty. And then the top of her dress is trimmed with that same iridescent fabric. So gorgeous style gown that flares out at the feet. And then underneath the first part of the gown is another white layer here. The back of the gown has this train of material, which is the same as the shawl, and it kind of fans out like that. And then the back of her gown has 3 snaps to close. Here's a closer look at the type of stand that she comes with. It just says Barbie Collectibles on it. And here's a look at what the shoes look like on her feet. Here's a closer look at her opal gem that she comes with, a gem necklace. So you can really see the beautiful colors within this crystal when you move it around. And it's really beautiful. It's on a silver chain. And fun fact, when I studied abroad in Australia, they were huge about opals over there. They had all these different opal shops, and I think opal is just a natural stone that's found a lot in Australia, or at least the part I was in. But I always think of Australia when I see an opal. Anyway, taking a look at the back of her hair, it's really, really nice. It's a really nice material. I think maybe it's Kanekalon because it feels kind of thin and it's pretty straight, and I feel like it's going to boil wash nicely to get rid of those kinks. These dolls came out in 2002, I believe. It looks pretty good. So it's cut into this V shape in the back, and it's a beautiful brown color, dark brown. And then it's pulled across the front here and tied around the side. So again, I don't have too many with this particular style, so really beautiful. Here is a closer look at her face. She has the gorgeous Mackie face mold, and her makeup is really, really beautiful. So her eye color is really pretty. It's a light, she has light eyes. So they're blue with a little bit of light tan, I think it is, around the corners. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then her eyeshadow is shimmery and pink. So pink along the crease and the lids. Just really, really pretty. And then her lipstick is a beautiful, it looks a little purple on camera, but it's like a really bubblegum pink color to me. So really, really, really beautiful, lovely doll. I do wish these dolls came with earrings though. That's probably my one criticism. So let's take a look at my other ones that have dark hair to see if anybody kind of looks like her. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna just show you anyway. So dress-wise, the closest match I found was Miss June or Pearl. And as you can hopefully tell, they are quite a bit different. This one obviously is more pink and the shimmer is different. And then this one is a cream color. But the sparkle is a bit similar. This one I think has more pink shimmer to it. But yeah, there's just a dress comparison, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the top lace. See how this has such a shine to it and this one is more matte? You can tell that way. And there's a closer look at the glitter. Skin tone wise, she is pretty similar, if not an exact match, to the African American version that they usually have. I think they are the same. Actually, February might be a little bit darker, but not too much darker. Here is Miss April, so you can see another skin tone comparison. Hair color is quite a bit different. And then the dresses are the most similar thing about them, but April's is more of a pure white with silver glitter. And here she is next to September, who has similar hair, but September's hair is still quite a bit lighter. And October has a much darker skin tone. So far, she is very unique to all the months that I have. And she's so beautiful. So now we're going to take a look at and open our 2 Birthstone Beauty dolls. And these are just stunning. They're so pretty. I'm going to say right away that this one was the hardest one for me to find at a good price. She's usually listed at around $100 on eBay, which I just wasn't willing to pay that much for her because it's just a lot of money to spend on a doll that I think looks pretty similar to some of the ones I already have, but I did patiently wait for her to find her at a more reasonable price, so I'm really happy I was able to do that. But we're going to take a look at both of these dolls together, and as usual, I have been opening the darker skin tone one first and doing a review on her, and then opening the lighter skinned one, and we'll do a quick comparison. So these boxes are really pretty. They're shaped like a gemstone and they have this gorgeous rainbow holographic backdrop behind the doll. And if there's any particular month that I would love to keep in the box, it would probably be October, because I just think that the pale pink is so iconic to Barbie and it's so pretty and it just works with this rainbow shimmer so well, but I really do want to open them. So my desire to open them is going to overtake my desire to keep them pretty on the shelf. But anyway, here's a look at the back of the box. It just talks again about the opal and about what the opal stands for, and then it has this whole little chart of each birthstone. My birthstone is the aquamarine, and I would love to know what your birthstone is in the comments. But anyway, let's go ahead and get her open and take a quick look at her. Okay, so she comes with her own stand as well. It's just a plain stand. It doesn't have any writing on it. And she comes with her certificate of authenticity here, showing Miss Opal Birthstone Beauties collection. Here's a full-length view of her right out of the box. And she is on the Model Muse body, so she only has the 5 points of articulation at the neck, the shoulders, and the hips. So very limited articulation, but I know they always use these type of bodies for these collector dolls. So let's take a closer look at her details. She comes with her little puppy, which is a pug. It has a silver crown and a pale pink ribbon leash that she's holding in her hand. Here is a closer look at her shoes. They're open-toed heels in a darker pink than the rest of her outfit is, but it's still a pretty light pink. And accessory-wise, she comes with a bracelet. So this one is silver, and it has these little silver hearts, 3 silver hearts, and then her tiny little opal bead. And there's a closer look. She has the very light pink nail polish on her fingers and on her toes, which is really hard to see, but it's there. And then there's a look at her necklace. So she has 3 beads, and they kind of have, they're clear, but they have a little iridescent shimmer to them, rainbow shimmer. And then lastly, she comes with her earrings here. So I do love how these dolls come with more accessories than the other ones. I think it's really nice. Here's a look at her dress. It is a cute little knee-length dress laced with trim, and it has a sweetheart neckline. And then the lace itself also has a coating of glitter on it, which you can see. It's not overpowering and it doesn't rub off, luckily, so it's really nice. The back of the dress has clasps and the design goes all the way around. And then she has a pale pink ribbon that is tied around her waist, and then she has a velvety bolero short sleeve jacket. Really cute. I love these little dresses and these little outfits. And her hair is messed up from being in the box for so long, but it's a kind of like a light brown with golden highlights in it. And then of course they always style it with ringlets in the front, and it's pulled back here on the side. So very pretty hair color combined with her skin tone, just really lovely. And here is a closer look at her face. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. So her face is gorgeous. She has the Steffi face mold like they all do, and she has light brown eyes with a golden highlight in there. And then her eyeshadow is a taupe color along the lids, and then a darker brown on the crease with a pink shimmer up above near the brow line. She also has like little shimmer in the inner corners of her eyes, which I can't remember if I've seen that before on the other ones. It's almost like a silvery glow along the inner corners. And then her lips are a beautiful pink color as well. So let's go ahead and compare her with a couple of the ones that look similar to her. Here's a comparison of Miss June or Miss Pearl. They're just the dress color next to Opal. So you can see they're both very light. June is a more cream pearl color, and then of course Opal has the pink tone to it, but they are pretty similar dress-wise. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Otherwise the doll herself is quite different though. So I do think Miss Peridot looks a little bit similar, but looking at them, you know, next to each other, I can definitely see a huge difference in Opal having lighter hair, and I think overall the makeup is a bit different. But there's a comparison of Peridot and Opal, or October and August. And next, I thought Miss Aquamarine or March looked pretty similar, but again, looking side by side, Opal still has lighter hair. It just has more of a blonde tone to it, but their lip colors are kind of similar. March's is a little bit more purple, but yeah, there's a comparison. I still think they look different enough. Their eye makeup is a little bit different colors as well. Here's a comparison of Miss Amethyst or February, and they look very, very similar. Their eye makeup looks a lot alike. Their eye color looks exactly alike, and their lip color is really similar too. But again, Miss Opal has the lightest, I think she has the lightest hair so far out of all of them that I've shown you. And February is a bit more of a reddish tone, and I can see enough differences to, you know, there's something about their face that looks a little different too. And then lastly, we have Miss Emerald or Miss May, and she definitely looks different. I just thought their hair colors were a lot more similar, but they're really not. She has more red in her hair and hers is more blonde. But otherwise, their eye makeup is quite a bit different, and their lip color. Opal definitely looks like her own doll. She looks different enough. I think she has the lightest hair color so far of any that I've gotten before. So now we're going to do a comparison of the lighter skin tone one. Okay, so here we have our beautiful Caucasian doll as a comparison. Everything about them is exactly the same except for the skin tone, hair color, and makeup. So quite a bit different between the two of them. And let's take a closer look at her and compare her to see if she is different enough to spend the money to get her. So taking a quick look at her, she has very light blonde hair, and I really hope the camera lighting isn't affecting this too much. I wish I could do this in the daytime. I just don't have enough time. But anyway, here she is, just beautiful. The golden blonde hair with the blue eyes. Let's take a closer look at the specifics. So she has beautiful blue eyes. The outside is a little bit darker than the inner circle, which is also blue. And then she has, it's almost like a silver pink eyeshadow, if that makes sense. Really pretty, really clean looking. And then she has beautiful pink lips and of course that gorgeous stuffy face mold. So absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful Barbie. Now let's take a look and see who she looks the most like and see if she looks like her own doll. So I'm going to compare her with all of the blondes that I have so far. And this one here is Miss March or Miss Aquamarine. And I can tell right off the bat that the hair color is different. March has a more yellowy golden color hair. And then she also has bluer eyeshadow, and then her lip color is a darker pink. So here's the comparison a little bit closer so you can see. So yep, very similar, but still a bit different, but not that much different. So she actually has a very similar hair color. It's coming off as more yellow on camera, but in real life it's pretty similar. I think that Opal, October, is a little more of a platinum blonde though. But otherwise, there is quite a bit of difference. Obviously, the eye makeup is different. Sapphire is more blue. And then Sapphire has those bright cherry red lips. So yep, they look different enough to me. And then we have Miss April, who to me looks the most similar, if not almost exactly alike. So off camera, their hair color looks almost exactly the same. They both have that light color. I would say it's almost identical. I'd have to look at it in the normal daytime lighting. And then their lip color is also super similar. It's slightly different. This one is more pink and this one's more purple. And their eyes look almost exactly alike. I would say the only difference is that Opal has a bit more pink in her shadow, where Miss Diamond or Miss April is almost all silver. So let's take a closer look at those eyes. You can see what I mean, even though it's really hard to tell, but the lip color you can kind of tell is slightly different. the eye color is slightly different. So if you don't want to spend a ton of money on October, I would say April looks almost exactly like her. And maybe you can find this dress secondhand, or I don't know, you can make your own Opal. But they look so alike that they're probably almost the closest looking dolls besides January and July that look alike to each other. So here is one last look at our gorgeous October Birthstone Beauties and Birthstone collectible Barbie doll. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I absolutely love collecting these, and I'm excited to be almost done. I only have November and December left, but they have been so much fun to collect, and I just adore the variety, and I love the Steffi face mold. So, and this in particular, I really like this color scheme with the light iridescent rainbowy pink. So beautiful, so Barbie, so iconic, so glamorous. I love the sparkles. You guys know the drill. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if any of you guys have your birthday in October, and if this is your birthstone, and which one is your favorite. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you in my next video.